Welcome back, all of you, to the online class of biology. We were studying chapter 8, How Do Organisms Reproduce? And we have already studied the different kinds of reproduction, like sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction. And we have studied in detail about the parts of male and female reproductive system, then the process of development of the zygote into the embryo, known as gestation period, okay, and the process of the expelling out of the fully developed fetus out from the body, known as what, patrition. So all this we have studied. So now in this video I'm going to explain about the menstrual cycle. So, as I have told, there are two ovaries. Any one ovary each month produces one egg, and the egg will be released out from the ovary. That process is called what? Ovulation. Understood? So, every month, either of the ovary produces the egg, and then if the egg is not fertilized, okay, what will happen? That will lead to menstruation. Okay, so every month the uterus prepares itself for receiving the fertilized egg. Okay, its linings, okay, endometrium layer we call the internal layer, that will get more thick and it will become vascularized to what receive, or it is getting prepared to receive the fertilized egg. And then if the egg is not fertilized, so after the thickness of the uterus increases, the inner walls of the uterus increases and its walls become more thick, okay, ovulation takes place. Ovulation means what? Release of ovum from the ovary. And I have told you that the oviduct or the fallopian tube is not in touch or in contact with the ovary, but the ovum or egg released from the ovary will be received by the funnel like structures present in the oviduct, and it will be directed towards the oviduct. Okay, so if the ovule, not ovum or egg, if it is not fertilized, what will happen? That will lead to the degeneration of the walls of the the layers of the uterus will fall off, okay, or degeneration of the wall takes place, and this lead to menstruation. So this process, that is increasing the thickness of the uterus to receive the fertilized egg, then ovulation, then if fertilization did not happen, that the wall will fall off or degeneration. This takes place in a cyclic way in a woman. Okay, so it starts with a process known as menarche, and this menarche is the starting of the menstrual cycle in a girl, and this is happening when a girl child attains puberty. Okay, and it will be remaining till the menopause is the stoppage of menstrual cycle. So all these events, what are they? The regeneration means the increased thickening of the uterus wall, then what, the ovulation, then if fertilization will not take place, then what will happen? Menstruation. All this happens in a cyclic way. Okay, it repeats again and again in a cyclic way, in a span of around 28 days is known as what? Menstrual cycle. Okay, so menstrual cycle operates in a lady who is not pregnant. So once the lady become pregnant, what will happen? The menstrual cycle stops. Okay, and the fertilized egg will get embedded in the walls of the uterus and they will start growing. Understood? So this is what the menstrual cycle. So next topic that we are going to study is reproductive health. So you can see that even though an individual becomes sexually mature, okay, that doesn't necessarily mean that the body or the mind is ready for sexual act or for having and bringing up the children. Okay, so there are lot of diseases that can be spread through sexual contacts. Okay, so you would have heard about AIDS. Okay, then what else? Wards, have you heard? So there are so many diseases that can be spread by sexual contact. Okay, so there can be viral diseases, there can be bacterial diseases, and all these diseases which are spread through sexual contact are known as STDs. Okay, what are they? STDs. So STDs means what? Sexually transmitted diseases. Okay, and there can be viral STDs or there can be bacterial STDs. Okay, so viral STDs examples are what? Wards. Okay, wards. Then HIV, AIDS. Okay, HIV is the agent, the virus name. Okay, virus's name is HIV and the disease is what? AIDS. Okay, then it can be bacterial diseases also, like what? Syphilis, gonorrhea, etc. Okay, gonorrhea and syphilis are examples for bacterial STDs. Okay, STDs means what? Sexually transmitted diseases. Okay, so there can be sexually transmitted diseases. Various type of diseases can be spread by sexual contact. Okay, so if a couple doesn't want any child, okay, they can get protect it. They can be protected from what? The pregnancy. Okay, so the methods that are used to prevent the pregnancy are known as what? Contraception methods. Okay, what are they? Contraception methods. And the contraception methods or birth control methods can be adopted by a couple when they don't want child, okay, or children. So the various birth control methods can be divided into different types like this, that is barrier method, okay, then chemical method, IUCDs, okay, intrauterine contraceptive devices. What is this? Intrauterine contraceptive devices. Then the last is what? Surgical methods. Okay, among this all, this first three are temporary methods. Means what? When the couples needs to space the children, or when they don't want the children, they can adopt this, and when they decide to have the children, they can what? Have the children also. So these three methods are what? Temporary methods: barrier methods, chemical methods, and IUCDs. Okay, and surgical method is a permanent method. Let's see each of this in detail. Okay, so the first method I told, it is barrier method. Okay, so it includes the creation of a mechanical barrier, okay, between sperm and the egg. Okay, so physically a barrier can be what? Kept, so that the sperm and egg will not meet each other. Okay, examples for this are diaphragms and condoms. Okay, and this method is having one more advantage, that is they can control the STDs also. Okay, STDs can be prevented by, STDs are what? The sexually transmitted diseases, isn't it? So sexually transmitted diseases can be prevented by using the barrier. Examples are what? Condoms and diaphragms. Diaphragms are used in females. Okay, so this is having two what? Advantages. One, they attain what? The contraception, or they can act as a birth control method, and also they prevent the STDs. Okay, then next is what? The chemical methods. Okay, the chemical methods. So the chemical methods includes what? Using certain kinds of pills, okay, which can what? Change the hormonal balance of the body, so that the eggs will not be released, okay, from the, or ovulation will not takes place, and thereby no fertilization takes place. Understood? So usually these are taken as pills or tablets, and this, as this change the hormonal balance of the body, there can be side effects also. Okay, side effects may be there in this conditions. Okay, then next is what? The intrauterine contraceptive devices. What are they? They are certain devices, okay, like what? Certain loops, okay, certain loops or copper T, etc. With the help of a medical practitioner, it will be inserted inside the body of the female. Understood? So the problem is they can cause side effects due to irritation, okay, of the uterus. Understood? So this is what intrauterine devices, okay, intrauterine contraceptive devices. These are some of the some of the things that are or devices that are kept inside the uterus of a female by a doctor or a trained nurse, so that what there won't be chance of what the male sperms or the male gamete sperms or the egg will not meet each other. Understood? So this can cause irritating. Understood? So that is one disadvantage of this. Okay, irritation can be caused and cannot prevent STDs. So only barrier method can prevent what the STDs. So the last part is what? The surgical method. Surgical method means what? Surgical method means here the is a small portion of sperm duct. Do you remember the part of what the male reproductive system? So a small, see, this is the what part of male reproductive system, and here you can see vas difference is there, isn't it? This is the vas difference. So this vas difference will be cut and then it will be tied, so that the sperm released will not be reaching to the what to the female's body. Understood? So this is known as vasectomy. Okay, it is also known as what? Vasectomy. And in female reproductive system part you have studied, isn't it? So in this, a small part of the female's oviduct or fallopian tube will be cut. Okay, so here you can see the fallopian tube. So in this part a small cut will be made and then it will be tied, so that what will happen? No egg, okay, will be reaching to the what uterus or to the fallopian tube, so that what happen? No fertilization takes place. Understood? So in this way, what if surgery is done, okay, then that particular person will be sterile forever. Okay, he will not be able to produce the children in his lifetime. Understood? So this is what as this is done in the fallopian tube in females, that is also known as tubectomy. Okay, what is it? Tubectomy. The other one is known as vasectomy. So the surgical methods are tubectomy in females and vasectomy in females, vasectomy in males. Understood? So these are the surgical methods. Thereby the person will become permanently sterile. Is it clear? So you would have heard about the female feticide. Okay, the female child won't be or won't be allowed to live. Okay, that will be killed in the mother's womb itself. So for a healthy society, the female male sex ratio should be maintained. Okay, so for what due to this female feticide, what do you mean by female feticide? Killing of female child. Okay, so this can lead to changes in the sex ratio. Okay, and that will affect the what the society very badly. Okay, and as we have studied, reproduction is the process by which organisms increase their population. Okay, and birth rate and death rate in a population will determine its size. Understood? So the size of the population is maintained normal by the process of reproduction, and reproduction is very important for a population, but not what individual. For an individual it is not like digestion or any other processes, like it is not a metabolic process, but for the continuation of the species, reproduction is very must. Okay, so you would have understood about the various aspects of this chapter. So you have to draw the diagrams. Okay, Okay, male reproductive system, female reproductive system, all this in your copy. Okay, and what all this should be practiced also, okay, for your next exam. Okay, thank you.